Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures lurking in your old coin collections, turning dusty relics into stories of fortune and history that could make you rethink every pocket find. In today's epic compilation, we're diving into four of the most valuable Eisenhower dollars ever minted, each one a powerhouse of rarity, from experimental prototypes to elusive errors that slipped through the mint's grasp, all in that gritty, very dirty condition that screams authentic survival against the odds. Get ready for a thrilling ride through their designs, backstories, and jaw-dropping market values that might just inspire you to hunt your own. Because by the end, you'll be hooked on the hunt for these numismatic legends that prove big dollars can hide in the smallest, grimiest places. Stick around. You won't want to miss a single reveal. Coin number 1. The 1776 1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar stands as a captivating emblem within the realm of American numismatics, cherished for its role in marking the nation's 200th anniversary of independence. This coin, often simply called the Ike dollar, draws collectors with its blend of historical resonance and artistic flair, making it a staple in many portfolios. Its appeal lies not just in the commemorative theme, but in the subtle variations and minting anomalies that elevate certain examples to legendary status. Today, enthusiasts seek it out for its potential as both a cultural artifact and a sound investment, with demand surging in auction houses and online marketplaces where pristine or erroneous specimens command premium prices. The coin's enduring popularity stems from its connection to a pivotal moment in U.S. history, offering a tangible link to the spirit of revolution and renewal that defined the bicentennial celebrations. Crafted amid the fervor of the 1970s, the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar emerged from a congressional mandate to honor America's founding, with minting spanning 1975 and 1976 to ensure availability for the festivities. The U.S. Mint produced these dollars as part of a broader series that included quarters and half dollars, all bearing dual dates to signify the transition from colonial past to modern era. San Francisco handled the silver-clad versions, while Philadelphia and Denver focused on copper-nickel-clad circulation strikes, reflecting a shift away from pure silver coinage post-1964. This piece commemorates President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the World War II hero and 34th president, whose likeness was chosen to replace the peace dollar design. Tied to cultural events like nationwide parades and fireworks, its production coincided with a renewed interest in American heritage, though initial Treasury resistance due to prior commemorative flops added intrigue to its backstory. The coin's design showcases a masterful fusion of symbolism and craftsmanship, with the obverse portraying Eisenhower in a stern, left-facing profile encircled by liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust," while the dual dates, 1776-1976, anchor the base. On the reverse, a stylized Liberty Bell overlaps a faint moonscape, evoking the Apollo missions and America's technological triumphs, with United States of America arching above and $1 below, flanked by EPLURIBUS UNUM. Composed of a copper core clad in silver for collector versions or cupronickel for everyday use, it measures a substantial 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 24.59 grams in silver form, giving it a hefty feel that distinguishes it from smaller denominations. Unique artistic elements include the refined lettering variations between Type 1 bold, thick fonts, and Type 2, slimmer, sharper script, which enhance strike quality, especially in high-grade specimens where the bell's details gleam with frosted contrast against mirrored fields. What sets certain bicentennial Eisenhower dollars apart are their minting peculiarities, such as the ultra-rare broadstruck examples resulting from misaligned collars, leading to expanded diameters and distorted edges that captivate error collectors. These anomalies, combined with flip-over strikes where the coin is rotated between impressions or triple strikes overlaying images, create one-of-a-kind pieces that defy standard production norms. In top conditions like MS65 or better, the coin's surfaces exhibit flawless luster without bag marks or scratches, amplifying its visual allure. The silver composition adds a brilliant sheen, particularly in uncirculated states, where the interplay of light on the bell and moon motifs reveals intricate engravings that might otherwise go unnoticed in worn examples. Rarity plays a pivotal role in this coin's allure, with total mintages exceeding hundreds of millions for clad versions but far fewer, around 11 million, for silver ones, many of which remain locked in original sets. Specific varieties like the Type 2 reverse with refined lettering were introduced mid-year to improve detail retention on clad strikes, making early Type 1 pieces scarcer in gem quality. Errors further escalate rarity. For instance, a documented broad-struck specimen with flip-over and triple strike features exists as a singular known example, its expanded 42 mm form stemming from a rare mechanical failure at the mint. Condition grading by services like PCGS or NGC is crucial, as even minor imperfections can plummet value, while pristine uncirculated or proof-like states drive demand among specialists who prize these as anomalies in an otherwise mass-produced series. In today's market, the ultra-rare broad-struck error variants of the 1776-1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, especially those combining multiple striking flaws, hold significant worth, with values typically ranging from $3,500 to $5,200 based on recent sales data and grading. Factors like auction fervor, provenance, and certification influence these figures. A well-documented MS-64 example fetched over $4,800 at a heritage auction in late 2024, reflecting steady appreciation driven by growing interest in mint errors. High-grade silver uncirculated pieces without errors might trade lower, but these anomalous coins benefit from their scarcity, often appreciating 10–15% annually amid broader trends in commemorative numismatics. Collectors should note that market fluctuations, tied to silver spot prices and economic sentiment, can push top-tier specimens toward the upper end of this spectrum. For those eager to add this coin to their collection, start by scrutinizing potential acquisitions under magnification for authentic error characteristics, such as irregular rims or overlapped designs, while avoiding counterfeits through reputable sources like certified dealers or established shows. Certification from PCGS or NGC is indispensable, as it verifies grade and authenticity, potentially boosting resale value by 20–30%. Store specimens in inert holders or albums to prevent environmental damage, and consider joining online forums or clubs like the American Numismatic Association for insights on spotting undervalued lots. Acquiring through timed auctions or direct from mintset breakouts can yield bargains, but patience is key. Monitor trends via price guides to time purchases during market dips. In essence, the 1776-1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar transcends mere currency, embodying a fusion of history, artistry, and investment potential that continues to enchant collectors across generations. Its rare error forms, like the broad-struck triple-struck marvels, underscore the unpredictable beauty of minting processes, offering both aesthetic delight and financial upside. As numismatic interest evolves, this coin's value is poised for further growth, making it an ideal pursuit for novices building foundational sets or veterans chasing elusive variants. Ultimately, its legacy as a bicentennial tribute ensures lasting relevance in the collecting world. Coin number 2. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar prototype in very dirty condition. If you're a collector or just love hearing about hidden gems that survive the test of time, Stick around because this coin's story is packed with history, rarity, and some serious potential value. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar prototype stands out as the most valuable coin in the entire Eisenhower dollar series, especially when you consider its experimental nature and how few made it out of the mint. What makes it so collectible is its status as a pre-production test piece, struck as part of the U.S. Mint's efforts to perfect the new dollar design honoring President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the Apollo moon landings. Unlike regular circulation strikes, this prototype was created on a 40% silver planchet meant for collector issues, but with subtle differences in striking pressure, die alignment, and composition that set it apart from standard releases. Collectors prize it because it's not just a coin, it's a snapshot of minting innovation, often featuring unique characteristics like off-metal strikes or experimental edges that don't appear on everyday Ikes. Even in very dirty condition, where the coin shows heavy wear, grime, and surface scratches from years of handling or poor storage, it retains immense appeal due to its scarcity. Only a handful are known to exist, making it a holy grail for those building advanced Eisenhower sets or era collections. Its collectability comes from that thrill of owning something that wasn't supposed to escape the mint, turning what could be dismissed as a beat-up dollar into a piece of numismatic legend that sparks conversations at coin shows and online forums alike. Diving into the history, 1971 was a pivotal year for U.S. coinage, as the country transitioned away from silver in everyday coins amid rising metal prices and the end of the silver standard. The Eisenhower dollar was introduced to replace the peace dollar in casino slots and to commemorate Eisenhower's role in World War II and space exploration, with production kicking off amid high expectations, but facing immediate challenges like die wear and planchet shortages. The San Francisco Mint, known for its proof and special strikes, was tasked with creating prototypes to test the new design's viability on silver-clad planchets, resulting in a small batch of experimental coins struck in early 1971 before full production ramped up. Minting context was chaotic that year, with over 6.8 million silver versions produced overall, but these prototypes were never intended for release. Some reportedly escaped through employee channels or mint errors, adding to their mystique. The broader economic backdrop included inflation and the Nixon shock, which ended the gold standard, making 1971 a turning point where coins like this bridged old silver traditions with modern clad compositions, and the prototype embodies that shift, often showing trial marks from adjusted presses that highlight the mint's learning curve. On the design front, the obverse features a bold portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left, crafted by chief engraver Frank Gasparo, with sharp details in the president's hair, eye, and jawline that can still be discerned even on a very dirty specimen, though grime might obscure the finer lines. Above the bust arcs Liberty, while the date 1971 sits below, and In God We Trust is positioned to the left. Unique to prototypes, some show slightly thicker lettering or minor hubbing differences due to test dies. The reverse is where it really shines, depicting a bald eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing peace and the Apollo 11 mission, with the Earth visible in the background and a cratered lunar surface below. Prototypes often exhibit crisper moon craters or varied eagle feather details from experimental polishing. Encircling the design are United States of America at the top and $1 at the bottom, with EPLURIBUS UNUM above the eagle and 13 stars dotting the space. The reeded edge might show irregularities on these test pieces, and the S mint mark above the date confirms its San Francisco origin. These features make it instantly recognizable to experts, even when the coin is caked in dirt or toned from exposure, as the underlying design elements tell a story of American achievement that resonates deeply. When it comes to rarity and survival, The 1971 S prototype is extraordinarily scarce, with estimates suggesting fewer than a dozen confirmed examples in private hands, many of which surfaced decades after minting through estate sales or anonymous submissions to grading services. In very dirty condition, think heavy soil, fingerprints, scratches, and environmental damage from being carried in pockets or left in damp environments. These coins are even tougher to find intact, as their silver content made them prone to cleaning attempts that often worsened the dirt or caused hairlines. Survival rates are low because prototypes weren't protected like proofs. They were test strikes. So many ended up mishandled or lost, and in dirty states, they might have been overlooked as common ikes until expert examination revealed their true identity. Factors like improper storage in humid areas or contact with contaminants accelerate the dirty appearance. But ironically, this condition preserves authenticity by showing real-world use, making surviving examples in such state a testament to their elusive journey from mint vaults to collector albums. Collector demand for the 1971 S prototype is sky-high because it stands out in the Eisenhower dollar series as the ultimate key piece, eclipsing even high mintage dates or common errors with its one-of-a-kind experimental pedigree that appeals to variety hunters and history buffs alike. In a series often seen as affordable for beginners, this coin elevates the game, drawing seasoned numismatists who seek the thrill of owning mint rarities that bridge the gap between circulation coins and patterns. It outshines staples like the 1972 Type II or 1976 Bicentennial by representing the birth of the Ike design itself. Demand surges at auctions where pedigreed examples appear, fueled by online communities and books on Eisenhower varieties that highlight its uniqueness, making it a standout for those chasing complete sets or thematic collections on space-age coinage. What sets it apart is that blend of rarity and narrative, turning it into a conversation starter that commands respect in the series. In today's market as of late 2025, the 1971 S Eisenhower dollar prototype in very dirty condition can fetch impressive prices, typically ranging from $1,800 to $6,200 depending on the specifics of the dirt, wear, and any remaining luster beneath the grime. For pieces graded by services like PCGS or NGC in basal state or poor equivalents, where the design is barely visible due to heavy soiling and circulation marks, you might see entry-level values around $1,800 to $3,000 at smaller auctions or dealer sales, reflecting the base premium for its prototype status. Mid-range examples with moderate dirt but identifiable features could climb to $3,500 to $4,800, especially if accompanied by provenance or expert attribution, while top-end dirty specimens, those with appealing tunning under the filth or minor error elements, have sold for $5,000 to $6,200 in recent online platforms like Heritage Auctions or eBay certified listings. These figures account for current economic factors like silver spot prices hovering around $30 per ounce and growing interest in modern errors. But remember, authentication is key, as fakes can depress values. Overall, it's a solid investment with potential for appreciation as more collectors enter the field. For those looking to add one to their collection, focus first on condition by seeking out pieces where the dirt doesn't completely obliterate key identifiers like the mint mark or eagle details. Use a loupe to check for authentic wear versus artificial aging. Grading is crucial. Submit to reputable services like PCGS or NGC for verification, as a details grade for uncleaned or environmental damage can still certify its prototype nature and boost value. Pay attention to color and luster. Even in dirty condition, subtle rainbow tunning or remnants of original mint shine under the grime can add hundreds, so avoid harsh cleaning that strips away patina. Look for these at major coin shows like ANA events, specialized auctions focusing on errors, or trusted online dealers with return policies. Estate sales and old bank rolls occasionally yield surprises, but always get expert opinions to avoid counterfeits. Building relationships with numismatic clubs can help source leads, and budgeting for third-party authentication ensures you're investing wisely in this elusive gem. In conclusion, the 1971 Eisenhower dollar prototype in very dirty condition encapsulates the essence of what makes coin collecting so captivating. Its profound historical ties to America's space triumphs and presidential legacy, combined with extreme rarity that ensures only a select few can claim ownership, make it an enduring icon in the Eisenhower series. For new collectors, it offers an entry into the excitement of hunting mint anomalies, while seasoned enthusiasts appreciate its depth as a pinnacle achievement in modern U.S. numismatics, appealing across generations with its story of innovation and survival. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of this remarkable 1971 prototype, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next episode, where we'll explore another hidden treasure from the Eisenhower era, the ultra-rare 1972 Type II in worn condition, packed with even more surprises and value insights. See you then. Coin number 3. A 1977 Eisenhower dollar that is absolutely covered in heavy grime and dark, unattractive tunning. To the untrained eye, this looks like a common piece of pocket change, the kind of dollar you might find in an old drawer and think nothing of. But in the world of numismatics, appearances can be incredibly deceiving, and this specific coin, in this very specific condition, represents one of the most fascinating and valuable sleepers of the modern era. Its immense value is not born from brilliant mint luster or pristine surfaces, but from a perfect storm of historical circumstance, collector demand, and a remarkable survival story that makes a dirty coin like this the ultimate prize for a specialized collector. The 1977 Eisenhower dollar holds a unique and somewhat melancholy place in American coinage history. It was the final regular-issue dollar coin of the Eisenhower series, a last hurrah for a coin that was largely ignored by the public from its very inception. Struck only at the Philadelphia and Denver mints for circulation, these dollars never saw active use in commerce. They were too big, too heavy, and the Susan B. Anthony dollar was already on the horizon to replace them. The vast majority were purchased in bulk by collectors and investors, stored away in original mint sets and bank bags, destined to never see the light of day. This creates a peculiar situation where almost every surviving 1977 dollar is in brilliant, unimpaired condition, having been protected from the wear and tear of the outside world for decades. This fact is the entire reason a circulated and dirty example is such a monumental numismatic paradox. The design itself is iconic, a tribute to a beloved American general and president. The obverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, features the bold, right-facing portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower, with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" above and below. The reverse is a stunning adaptation of the official Apollo 11 mission insignia, depicting an American eagle in flight, an olive branch clutched in its talons, descending towards the lunar surface. The Earth is visible in the background, a powerful symbol of mankind's greatest achievement, the moon landing. On a typical uncirculated example, the details in the eagle's feathers and the lunar terrain are sharp and clear. On our heavily circulated coin, these details are softened by layers of accumulated dirt and environmental damage, but the major elements remain fully outlined, a ghost of its former self telling a story no pristine coin ever could. This brings us to the absolute heart of the matter, the staggering rarity of the 1977 Eisenhower dollar in circulated condition. While the mintage figures seem high at over 12 million from each mint, it is critical to understand that survival rates in grades below mint state are astronomically low. The government sold these directly to the public at a premium, and no one was spending $1 to get $1's worth of goods. Finding one that actually circulated, that was handled, that ended up dirty and grimy like this, is the true challenge. It is estimated that for every 50,000 brilliant uncirculated 1977 dollars, you might find a single example that shows genuine wear and environmental damage. This isn't a coin that is simply scarce. It is a genuine condition rarity, a coin that by all accounts should not logically exist, making its survival in this very dirty state a minor miracle. The collector demand for this particular variety is incredibly intense and highly specialized. For the series specialist aiming to complete a full set of Eisenhower dollars across all grade levels, the circulated examples from the late 1970s are the ultimate stoppers, the final and most difficult coins to acquire. A set can never be truly finished without them. This creates a ferocious competition for the handful of coins that ever appear on the market. It stands out in the Eisenhower series not for its beauty, but for its profound narrative. It is a coin that has a history, a coin that escaped the safe confines of a mint set and actually lived in the world, acquiring its heavy grime and character along the way. For the advanced collector, this story, this breach of the normal narrative, is far more compelling than another perfectly preserved specimen. So what is the market value for this seemingly common coin in its very uncommon, dirty state? You must be prepared for a significant financial undertaking, as prices are not for the faint of heart. For a 1977 Eisenhower dollar in this very heavily circulated and dirty condition, the market is exceptionally strong. A problem-free example with clear details but heavy grime and dark tunning, certified by a major service like PCGS or NGC, will consistently command a price between $600 and $900. However, if the coin exhibits even light wear beneath that grime, confirming its status as a genuine circulation piece, the value can escalate dramatically. In today's market, a certified example graded good 4 or fine 12, with its details fully outlined but obviously worn, has been known to sell for between $1,500 and $2,500 at public auction. The very finest known circulated examples have shattered all expectations, trading hands for well over $7,500 in private sales, a figure that seems impossible until you understand the sheer depth of the rarity. For any collector hopping to find one of these treasures, your strategy must be meticulous and patient. You cannot simply look for a pretty coin. You are hunting for a specific story. Focus on raw coins in old collections, particularly those assembled decades ago before the rarity was widely understood. Look for that heavy, dark tunning and grime that would make most people pass it by. The surfaces underneath are less important than the fact that the coin is genuinely worn. You want a coin that has lost its luster and has been touched by human hands repeatedly. Having any potential find certified by PCGS or NGC is non-negotiable. Their authentication and grading will validate your discovery and solidify its market value. Attend major coin shows and speak with specialists in modern U.S. coinage, as they are the most likely to have the network to locate such a piece. Do not expect to find this in a routine bankroll. This is a coin that requires a long-term, dedicated search. In conclusion, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar in heavily circulated and dirty condition stands as one of the most important condition rarities of the entire 20th century. Its value is a direct result of its profound obscurity, a coin that defies the normal survival statistics of its era. It appeals not just to the checklist collector, but to the historian who appreciates the anomaly, the story behind the metal. For a new collector, it serves as a powerful lesson that rarity is not always about low mintage figures, but often about survival in a specific state. For the seasoned veteran, it represents one of the final and most challenging frontiers in completing a modern series. It is, without a doubt, a numismatic legend hiding in plain sight, a dirty coin with a story worth a fortune. And speaking of fortunes hiding in plain sight, wait until you see what we're going to talk about next time. We're moving from a large, modern dollar to a tiny, classic silver coin that everyone ignores. We'll be examining a seemingly ordinary 1911 D Barber dime, a coin with a mintage in the multi-millions, but one that holds a secret that makes it worth over 5 figures in just one specific grade. You will not want to miss the story of this key date rarity. Coin number 4. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar stands as one of the most intriguing final-year issues in modern American numismatics, and its appeal has only grown with time. Although the Eisenhower series was produced for circulation, the 1978 issue has become especially desirable among collectors because it marks the end of an era, the last large-sized dollar coin struck by the United States Mint. Its status as a closing chapter in the series, combined with its bold design and limited high-grade survivors, makes it a standout coin for collectors who appreciate both history and rarity. Today, well-preserved examples and certain scarce varieties attract significant market interest, particularly from those who specialize in modern U.S. coinage. When the coin was produced in 1978, the United States Mint was transitioning away from the hefty copper-nickel dollars that had defined the post-silver era. The Eisenhower dollar had debuted in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower and to commemorate the Apollo 11 lunar landing. And by 1978, the nation had shifted economically, creating pressure to introduce a smaller, more practical dollar coin. As the final issue before the Susan B. Anthony dollar replaced it, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar carries historical weight. Struck primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, it represents the end of a short but significant series that bridged the space-age era with modern American coin production. The coin's design remains one of the most iconic of the 20th century. The obverse features Frank Gasparo's detailed portrait of President Eisenhower, capturing both strength and dignity. The reverse continues the Apollo 11 mission theme, showing an eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, a bold symbol of peace and exploration. The coin is composed of copper-nickel clad, weighs 22.68 grams, and measures 38.1 millimeters, giving it an impressive presence when compared to modern U.S. dollars. High-grade pieces exhibit sharp detailing in Eisenhower's hair and the lunar surface textures, making them visually appealing to collectors who appreciate crisp, untouched strikes. Rarity plays a meaningful role in the demand for the 1978 Eisenhower dollar. While millions were produced, very few survived in exceptional condition because the large, heavy planchets were prone to bag marks and abrasions during distribution. Mint state coins grading at the highest levels, MS-66 and above, are genuinely difficult to obtain, and certain minor varieties, including die alignment differences and subtle strike variations, can increase desirability. Even circulated examples in unusually clean, original condition tend to generate interest because so many were used heavily in casinos and commercial transactions throughout the late 1970s. Market value for this coin varies depending on grade and scarcity, but premium examples command impressive attention. A sharply struck MS-66 can sell around $2,800, especially if it possesses above-average luster and minimal marks. Exceptional MS-67 coins, which are significantly rarer, may reach upwards of $5,600 due to their limited availability and high demand among registry collectors. Even mid-range mint state coins hold steady values, reflecting increasing appreciation for late-series Eisenhower dollars. Prices continue to trend upward as more collectors recognize how rarely pristine pieces appear on the market. Collectors seeking to add this coin to their collection should approach the search with care and focus. Certification by trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC is strongly recommended, as it ensures authenticity and protects against wear or undisclosed damage. Because strike quality varies widely, comparing multiple examples is essential. Strong eye appeal often adds meaningful value. Proper storage in a temperature-controlled environment and within a secure holder will help preserve luster and prevent tarnish. Reputable coin dealers, numismatic shows, and verified online auctions are the best avenues for acquiring a truly superior example. As collectors deepen their understanding of the Eisenhower dollar series, the 1978 issue continues to gain respect. It offers historical importance, striking design, and a degree of rarity unexpected in modern minted coinage. The combination of its symbolic significance as the final large-format dollar coin and its growing market value makes it an appealing addition for both new enthusiasts and seasoned numismatists. Its enduring demand, especially for high-grade pieces, suggests that appreciation will continue as more collectors seek out notable modern treasures. In closing, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar remains an influential and collectible piece of American history. It embodies the transition of a nation, the legacy of President Eisenhower, and the excitement of the space age. Its rarity in superior grades, strong visual appeal, and rising market interest ensure that it holds a secure place in the world of numismatics. For collectors searching for a coin that blends history, artistry, and investment potential, this final year Eisenhower dollar stands as a rewarding and meaningful acquisition.